Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Key coming at y'all boys with a brand new video. Now today it's time to go ahead and lock in. So with that being said, man, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Tap in with your boy. All links is in the description. Now let's check out today's video.
And our gold medal winner from Mount Airy Church Club 600.26.
What this is?
16-year-old has been charged with the murder of another teenager.
Hold on.
Another
What
man.
that YBC do? What the fuck?
Who was a West Philadelphia rapper. The teen also faces charges in 4 other shootings just last month.
Okay. So it says the shooter was the track and field. Oh my God. The 16-year-old who was accused of killing YBC Duel was reportedly featured on the cover of ESPN's magazine at age of 7 for being a national champion. What does that go to show y'all, bro? The environment, dude. They should, whoever his parents is, whoever was around him should just kept him in track. He could have been in the Olympics by now. He's 16 years old, and you can go to the Olympics at 16 if I'm not mistaken.
District Attorney Larry Krasner announced the arrest of Aiden Waters today. Prosecutors say he killed 25-year-old Abdul Vicks on North Fairhill Street last month. Waters is also accused of shooting into a car filled with teens just a few days before. In that
he was
shooting
OD
on East
crashing.
Duncannon Street, a 16-year-old was killed.
So he got 2 bodies on him. He done.
A 16-year-old unleashed a reign of terror on the city of Philadelphia in the course of a little more than 2 weeks, taking the life of another 16-year-old, injuring 5 others, and also killing YBC Duel. This investigation started with the death of Abdul Vicks, or YBC Duel, which began almost immediately. The Gun Violence Task Force, homicide detectives, and evidence gatherers all worked together to crack the case.
10 bodies?
Surveillance footage, fingerprints, ballistics evidence, and jail calls proved crucial in identifying suspects according to the affidavit of probable cause for Waters' arrest. Aiden Waters allegedly paid a friend $100 to steal a car for him in Cheltenham. That car, a white Kia Sportage, was later used as the getaway car in a gunpoint robbery outside of Live Casino on August 17th, and then days later in the killing of YBC Duel.
Wait, so does that mean that the friend who stole the car gets charged with the murder too? I know that he obviously didn't know that they was gonna commit a murder in the car, but you helped secure the getaway vehicle for a murder. So therefore, you technically a part of it.
Say, on August 18th, the day after the casino robbery, a shooting on the 500 block of Centner Street occurred. 9mm casings and 7.62 shells were recovered from the scene. Early on the morning of August 19th, Aiden Waters is also said to be involved in a double shooting on the 200 block of East Duncannon Avenue that resulted in the murder of 16-year-old Marquise Sanders and the wounding of 5 other individuals.
Yeah, so whoever the fuck this nigga is, he ain't running. He left all that track shit behind. That nigga said, we ain't running no track and we ain't running from the ops. We trying to run it to the ops. This nigga is tripping, bro. Now I ain't gonna cap, bro. This nigga had a post. His friend said he fighting 10 bodies. Now, they might have put in a temp for everybody who else was in the car who did not die. But damn, nigga. Philly is fucking wow.
Jackie, like you mentioned, a 16-year-old has sadly lost his life from gunshot wounds. We're told that the other 16-year-old is in stable condition. Police are still trying to find a motive here, and has left the Olney neighborhood asking for more police presence in their neighborhood and close to that high school.
But the thing about it is, I ain't gonna cap, the people in the streets, they already know who did it. They probably knew who did it an hour, 2 hours after, you know what I'm saying, the crime was committed. But this is just gonna lead to more violence. It's gonna lead to more violence, especially if YBC Duel was loved by his people.
East Duncannon Avenue near the only Charter High School's track, where police responded to shots around 2:30 in the morning. The other on Whitaker and Hunting Park Avenues, where a driver of a vehicle carrying the 2 teens shot flagged down police.
It does appear that they were both shot at close range. It does appear that they were targeted.
One 16-year-old is dead after being struck in the head.
Damn.
The other grazed in the ear and shoulder. At least 6 bullet casings were found on the scene.
I get like scared, but then I feel sad because then like sometimes it could be your friends and everything, and this is too much.
14-year-old Ariana is an incoming freshman at Olney Charter High School.
Nervous as
She was just
hell.
leaving freshman orientation when she heard the news. News that sadly does not surprise her.
It's like normal here, but I don't know how to feel about it.
According to police data, so far this year, 109 young people between the ages 12 to 18 have been shot. A number less than last year's, but still an alarming trend. A trend that's too prevalent in this Olney neighborhood, according to a neighbor who wanted to remain anonymous.
I really would like to see more cops here at this area where, you know, you're filming, and I think that would help a little bit.
Crazy.
Police say 4 males or 4 suspects involved in this shooting got away in an SUV. At this moment, we don't have a description on those suspects, and no one is currently in custody. Outside of police headquarters, Yukari Nakayama, NBC 10 News.
But I ain't gonna cap though, with this type of shit, bro, you gotta realize that folks ain't just finna lay down and let a nigga come slide through they block whenever they feel like you're shooting at people, bro. That's just the real, and this is the most fucked up cycle, because it's like, for people who don't have the funds to move around how they have to move around, and who don't have the opportunities to get out, you're gonna fall to it more than likely. You're gonna fall to it. Because imagine, bro, imagine you just sitting outside your house and nigga come through shooting up your block. Like this nigga did. Just shooting shit. A bunch of shootings and a bunch of killings from one person within the span of 2 weeks. Somebody gonna pick up a gun. Not saying that it's the right thing to do, because obviously in the eyes of the law, they don't care. If somebody comes through shooting, you wait until they finish shooting, and then you call us. Like, in some senses, it's a system that favors the street guys, but then you got people who too scared to talk and too scared to be to looked at as a snitch. So you just got to sit there and take it.
Surveillance video obtained by investigators again captured the same vehicle used in the Centner Street shooting. Additional 9mm FCCs were also recovered from the shooting scene. Investigators also recovered 16 .762 fire cartridge casings from the scene. Surveillance video obtained by investigators captured the assailant's vehicle, a gray Hyundai Sonata, according to officials. Around 4 a.m., police recovered the shooter's getaway car, the gray Sonata, on the 6500 block of North 10th Street. Investigators were able to determine that a cell phone had connected to the car and downloaded the data associated with the phone.
Damn, niggas dumb as hell. Niggas in that bitch using CarPlay. They using CarPlay on a drill. Oh my God. These niggas said we had turn on some baby drill. Turn on some demonic ass shit, bro. Turn on some goddamn Bloodhound Lil Jeff. If we ain't got some Bloodhound Lil Jeff playing while we sliding some King Von, we can't do this shit, man. We can't lock in. What the fuck?
So here we have 2 stolen cars and a gunpoint robbery at a casino, and a shooting that left a 16-year-old dead and the wounding of 5 other individuals. Within 24 hours of the killing of Marquis Sanders, tablet calls were recorded by Aiden Waters to other members of his Fast Break gang, bragging about the murder. In that way, Pope said they discovered a series of video calls between Waters and friends who were in jail. During calls on August 20th, Waters discussed a series of crimes using code words like scrimmage to describe the shooting and slam dunk to reference a homicide as if it were a basketball game, according to the affidavit. Quote, there were 2 different scrimmages in one day, Waters told his friend, according to the affidavit. Quote, 1 slam dunk and 1 went in and out. Then, on August 23rd...
Y'all niggas gotta be the dumbest fucking people I'd have ever seen, heard of, or think about. Who the fuck? Out of the whole scrimmage, it was only 1 slam dunk and 1 went in and out. Like, come on, bro. Anybody with half a brain could piece that shit together. That shit was dumb as fuck. But then again, he is only 16. So he just... Bro, what the fuck, bro?
DUL was fatally shot inside a vehicle on the 100 block of West Albany Avenue. Video of the murder was widely circulated on social media. Later that afternoon, the Philadelphia Fire Department responded to a report of a vehicle fire on the 6500 block of North 15th Street. Firefighters observed several FCCs inside the Kia Sportage and notified law enforcement. In my last video, there was some confusion as to where exactly he was shot. And
what is the FCC? I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know what that is. FCC? In the car. What the fuck is that?
Reported the street, and then I, in turn, misreported the street that he was killed on. And keen-eyed viewers were quick to point out the discrepancy. Later that week, a search warrant was executed for the vehicle, which was reported stolen in Cheltenham, as I mentioned earlier, over a week prior to the murder of YBC DUL. Multiple DNA swabs were recovered from the vehicle, as well as fingerprints, 2 7.62 FCCs and 1 9mm FCC, and 1 unfired 9mm cartridge.
FCC, so fired something cartridge. Like, it gotta be like bullets, basically. Bullets, basically. I don't know why the fuck you saying FCCs.
The getaway car and tracked it to a rear alleyway of a house on the 1700 block of 68th Street, where Waters lives, according to the affidavit. Video shows a young man police believe to be Aiden Waters get out of the car and attempt to cover his face before going inside the home. Several firearms and related gear were recovered in the course of the search of that very home. Through forensic examinations, surveillance videos, and witness statements, investigators were able to link Aiden Waters to these
shootings. They found the switchy on him.
The day of the killing of DUL.
They found the switchy on him. 10mm handgun with a red switch, which is pictured in this picture. Laser point, extended mag. I don't know. I'm not gonna cap. In certain states, extended mags and things like that is illegal. I don't know if so in Philadelphia. And then it says in the basement, a 9mm Glock that was reported stolen. Those cartridge casings connected to Vic's shooting, so the shooting of YBC DUL. So he's going to jail for the murder of YBC DUL, no matter what. Plus, he gonna catch a switch charge. Plus 2 guns that he's not supposed to have, and one of them being stolen.
Posts were made speculating, and as I mentioned in my last video, THF Philly was the first to report publicly what happened, and in turn, the streets talk. Remember in my last video, I said it was M24 involved, and more details were to come. As far back as the 24th of August, the day after DUL'S death,
niggas be doing shit like this. And it be like, bro, they telling on my mans. Nah, nigga, you put his name in the song and said he, like, come on, bro. Y'all
M24
wow, bro.
Then you had one Brody make his statement saying that if you want to blame
and then look
him,
at this
go
shit.
ahead.
Niggas is doing this shit. It's disrespectful that he dressed like this.
That's because Fast Break are the young boys of M24. A lot of other stuff was happening in the background, and the only reason I mentioned Brody or M24 was because he made a public statement. Now that an arrest has been made and the name Fast Break has been mentioned in the news, I can talk about it openly.
Bro, the district attorney in Philly be tripping. We're putting a full court press on Fast Break. Then he said YBC stands for you've been convicted. Like, bro is tweaking, bro. He putting built to ass.
Playing football and ran track and field. Waters was apparently friends or friendly with Sear or Baby Doc from the Mont. An anonymous source who was friends with Sear or Baby Doc told me this in DMs. I said, can you tell me about Baby Doc? That was your man, right? And he said, yeah, that was my man. I said, no, I'm asking because I'm trying to figure out why people saying DUL was dissing him. And then he said he dissed him a couple times, but that's besides the point. And I said, oh, all right.
So Baby Doc died.
And I said, what is the point? Replying to him saying but that's besides the point. And then he said nothing. So y'all could take that for what you want. This is a friend of Sear, like verified, and y'all can make it at what y'all want.
So he
now what I want to talk about
because
is
he was dissing on his man
saying in the beginning without jumping into any assumptions or conclusions.
Police say a man is dead, thrown out of a stolen vehicle after a
God
high-speed crash
damn.
at Rising Sun. Police say the driver of the stolen car left the man in the road and ran away. Action News reporter Catherine Scott joins us live from the scene with the breaking
he died
details.
in the car
and
accident.
You can see the damage on that car.
Oh, the car is totaled, Tam, and police are looking for the driver this morning. Here on Roosevelt Boulevard, the northbound lanes are open. They have been for quite some time, but there is debris all over the place, pieces of car on the sidewalks. You can hear it, the debris crunching by as cars come through here. So you certainly want to watch out when you're driving through the area after this high-speed crash late last night.
It clearly appears that speed was a factor.
You see a blue Kia, which was totaled. Police say the Kia was stolen 2 days ago,
boys.
a couple blocks away
Look
from
at the
here.
tire,
this crash
bro.
happened shortly before midnight. A witness told police that a speeding Kia clipped the back of a Honda, which was sitting at a red light on Roosevelt Boulevard. The impact caused the Kia to lose control and roll over several times. While the Kia was flipping over, the passenger in that Kia was ejected, thrown into the roadway, and subsequently pronounced dead. Police say the driver of the Kia was able to get out and even thought, though he was limping, he fled eastbound on foot, leaving his passenger dying in the roadway. The 29-year-old driver of the Honda was not hurt, and he is cooperating with investigators. Meanwhile, Elvin Gonzalez had been sitting in his minivan parked at a nearby Dunkin' when the Kia slammed into the Honda.
The spare tire from that vehicle actually flew and hit my vehicle and actually scraped up the hood and knocked out my side mirror, which is weird. How the impact was so fast. The driver fled before I could even try to catch him.
So the driver is Baby
So
Doc.
when I ran to the passenger, it was too late. There's nothing I could do for him.
And there are surveillance cameras in the area, so police are trying to retrieve that footage to get a more detailed description of the driver. We're live in Feltonville. Catherine Scott, Channel 6 Action News.
Thanks, Cap.
Philadelphia police say a driver involved in a crash ran from the scene after a man sitting in the passenger seat of their car was killed. The crash happened just before midnight on Monday, December 12, 2022, near the intersection of Roosevelt Boulevard and Rising Sun. Officers believe a 29-year-old man was stopped at a red light in the northbound lane of the boulevard when all of a sudden his Honda was hit hard from behind by a speeding Kia. They say that the driver of the Kia lost control and flipped several times, and the passenger was ejected.
Damn, he had no seatbelt on.
The victim wasn't identified at the time that this article was written, but police say it was a young man in his 20s that was pronounced dead at the scene. Based on the heavy damage done to the Kia in the crash, investigators are pretty confident that speed had to have been a factor. According to witnesses, the driver of the Kia was able to exit the vehicle after the crash. They say he was limping, but it didn't stop him from fleeing the scene. When we run the VIN number and license plate to that Kia, it comes up as a stolen status. It was stolen just 2 days ago, just a few blocks away from this location where the accident occurred.
Bro.
More than likely, that's the reason why the driver fled the scene of the accident, Philadelphia Police Chief Inspector Scott Small said.
I done seen his face a
The
lot.
29-year-old driver of the Honda that was hit was able to walk away from the crash, apparently uninjured. Police say they found several cell phones at the scene, as well as nearby businesses with surveillance cameras. The person in their 20s who died that they were talking about was Sear from the Mont. And even though he wasn't a rapper, he got dissed.
But he was in the streets.
Now, YBC DUL is Mr. Disrespectful, so when you give it, you gotta take it. No Diddy. But on some real shit, if you call yourself Mr. Disrespectful, you have to know what comes with this. As for Aiden Waters, for the crimes he's accused of at just 16 years old, he's been charged with murder, arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, and gun crimes. He also faces 8 counts of attempted.
God damn, bro. That nigga, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. It's bad because I'm just gonna skip that whole YBC DUL shit. I ain't even gonna speak on that. But he got 2 counts of murder, 6 attempted murders. So basically like 8 counts of murder almost. 8 counts of aggravated assault, so 1 case of aggravated assault for everybody. 9 counts of various firearm violations and other related charges for his involvement in the following incidents. So 2 + 6, 8, 16. That's 25. So basically, he looking at like 25 or something.
For the 3 people who
He
were
looking
shot
at more than 25 charges.
And the 4 other teens who were in the car during the Duncannon Street shooting. He is innocent until proven guilty.
Now that nigga's cooked. Y'all love saying that shit. He's cooked, bro.
Now, there is an apparent connection with M24, Fast Break, and the Mont. I have a full YBC Duel video coming. I'm preparing, and a full story on everything will be in that video. We're gonna try a long form doc this time and see how you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in with it. I'm gonna tap in with it.
Video within the next couple of weeks. For now, the Burke Street Man documentary is up next, and if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time.
Yeah, man, so that's gonna wrap up today's video on the 16-year-old who was actually charged with hitting up YBC Duel, man. It turns out this guy was a fucking maniac. You know what I'm saying? It turns out he was a psychopath. A serial killer, if you will. He was trying to hit up. Just imagine, bro. This nigga is running around shooting up all these cars. Nigga ain't nothing to play with, bro. I want to say rest in peace to everybody who lost their life. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying a speedy recovery for everybody who was shot and did not pass away. And I hope when you know what I'm saying, get back right, that you don't have any long-term complications from being shot, because that does happen and it happens a lot. And with that being said, man, shout out to American Confidential for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Rest in peace, YBC Duel. We gone.